Before we continue the video, a playlist is available just like chapter select in a game for this video. Please click on the card above to go there. Thank you for being here and hope you enjoy it. Please consider subscribing and follow us on Twitter and YouTube. Now we return to your scheduled program.
Hello, Bix here from Gamer Bix Unlimited, where we inspire you to live your ultimate gaming life. If this is your first time here, please consider subscribing and turning on the bell to be in the know. Today's topic is talking about the wow factor.
Like today, they said it was going to rain, and look at it.
And that is what I am talking about, something that really blows you away. So my question for you today is, what is your wow factor or wow factors? It is well, coming up is my list, and stay tuned to find out. Now, one of the first things that I think of is the 360 camera, and in the pre-2000s it was mind-blowing, and when I was playing a Wolfenstein 3D, it was amazing. You can just sort of pan around and round in circles for ages, you know, seeing all the beautifully constructive, you know, walls and doors, and it is just absolutely amazing. And and also when I started to play Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, it actually did say in the manual, oh, by the way, we have a 360 camera. I kind of like, no. And of course, I actually went out to the clearing, and I actually did a kind of like a pan around, and like, whoa, this is cool. And I was like, oh yes, it is about time. It is because you don't know where the enemies are going to come from or anything, so it's really nice to see what is behind you as well as beside you, which is really, really awesome. And now in a lot of games they have that as a commonplace. Speaking of cameras, the one thing that I have seen recently, which is absolutely jaw-dropping, is in the game God of War 2018. It is because there is a beautiful transition between gameplay and cutscene, and really you can't tell the difference, because usually you can tell is your character can't move anymore, then the screen fades to black, and then you're in a cutscene. But for God of War 2018, you do not see that, which is absolutely fantastic. Graphics have evolved over time, going from pixels and very blocky to very high quality, high definition. I remember at high school I got a magazine from one of my friends, and I remember very clearly that it had the main picture was of the drawing concept of Cloud from Final Fantasy VII, and of course Final Fantasy VII at the time was the biggest game to talk about. And when I was reading the article and seeing all the pretty pictures and everything like that, and the graphics, you know, for cutscene graphics and everything like that, it was absolutely mind-blowing and way ahead of its time. Now, and a personal experience for me for graphics evolution was in my favorite video game series of all time, Metal Gear Solid, when I started to play the second game, which is Sons of Liberty. And I remember the opening cutscene. you know, the detailing of the bridge, and it was a dark and stormy night, and of course you have the thunder and the lightning and the rain, and of course how the rain fell, and it was absolutely amazing. And also to the point that the shadows will actually move with the light, which is absolutely mind-blowing, and still is today, and it is still like that in today's perspective. And it's like, when you're seeing the first game from the second game, it is just worlds apart. Another game which has gone very high def is Detroit Become Human, and by Quantic Dreams, and it is absolutely amazing, you know, from the shiftiness of the eyes to the pores and of the skin and the slight wrinkles, and the different tones of skin color, and also the creases and the water effects on the clothing, and also the movement of the body. You know, it is not so sudden. You know, you have to give yourself time to actually turn like an actual person, and to me that is absolutely mind-blowing. Well, before Detroit Become Human, there was another 2 games back from Quantic Dreams, and that is the absolutely wonderful mystery of Heavy Rain. And I was watching my brother playing this game, and I was just amazed by the littlest of details like they did in Detroit Become Human. With technology, we can capture movement faster than ever before. It is not only TV shows and movies which actually use this technology, the technology of motion capture, but also video games. And I remember playing Metal Gear Solid 2. I actually remember that it was motion captured, so far from the running and the crawling and the falling and the walking and the facial expressions. It was absolutely fantastic. And also in Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, when Revolver Ocelot is the younger Revolver Ocelot actually came in, and he was doing his gunslinging, you know, just before the battle. All of that was all motion capture, and I was like, oh my god, that is awesome. and also this technology is also used by Quantic Dreams, like I said before, with Detroit Become Human, and now it is nearly like everyone is using it, and before you know it, you know, we will not be able to tell the difference between CGI and real life action. Character customization is absolutely fantastic, because you can create the protagonist or characters for your gameplay. This is where it rings true for the Fable series, World of Warcraft series, and Sunset Overdrive and Soul Calibur series, just to name a few. And really, it is, the sky is the limit, and it is absolutely amazing on what you can do. So you can search for creation tutorials on the web and also on YouTube, and be prepared to be amazed. Customization has got a common place in a lot of games these days, like Grand Theft Auto 5 and the Soul Calibur series, Need for Speed, and also Tekken in recent years, just to name a few. And the stuff you can do is absolutely amazing. So one of the things that you can do is you can actually customize weapons and cars and accessories, which are really, really cool. As like for example, you can actually get an M4 assault rifle, and then you will have a sniper scope or a laser pointer. You can't have both due to reasons. And reasons, yes, I said reasons like that. Because they do not want to make it too easy for you. I mean, really, kind of like, why not? And then you have grip handles to increase stability, and also you'll have as well as a rocket launcher attachment. Yes. Oh, it is just absolutely amazing. And then with all of this, you can have it in different colors, different patterns. Oh, it's just absolutely amazing. Now in parts and games that when you have driving, it has some kind of drive element in it. There's like in Grand Theft Auto 5, you know, you get a car and you can customize it, and also the crew as well, and also Need for Speed as well. You know, the paint jobs, those are the work of art. It is mind-blowing. You can have the different colors, the different finishes. And the one thing that actually did blow my mind about the Crew series was you can change the color of the seats. I mean, the seats. It is just beautiful. Now if we were to bring those cars into real life, that will be epic. Now in games like Minecraft, where you build your own world, and also Warcraft and Starcraft series, where you build your base from scratch from nearly every single mission. I said almost, okay? Almost. Where you can plant things anywhere you like, which is absolutely amazing. Another game that actually does this too is interior designing games like Our First Home, which is based off a TV show, by the way. It is just absolutely really cool on how you can change color. For some things you can change colors, you can place them, you know. For strategy, and your strategy on where you place your buildings or your accessories or whatever can make or break you. I would like to hear your experiences of these in the comments below. And goes, time is money, and that is very true to some games. You can actually earn a trophy or a special cutscene or something. You'll get something like more money or something that is developing over time, which is a really cool thing, which is really, really awesome. But also at the same time, it could, you know, have consequences on your playthrough. Yes. Oh man. So for example, right, in the Ubisoft series Assassin's Creed, you know, If you go away for a while, it actually generates money, which is really, really good. And there's some other games that actually do it as well, but I'm just saying that the Assassin's Creed series as an example. In another game from that game company, which actually the makers of Flow, Flower, Journey, and the latest one, Sky, that they actually do have a trophy if you were to leave the game for a week and then you come back, and you get a trophy for that, which is really, really cool. Or you will have a special cutscene. And this is very true to Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. Now I'm going to put spoilers here, okay? And now when you are battling the End, which is who is a legendary sniper. Oh, he is brilliant, but yet, he was scary as anything, because you'll be walking around, you're just trying to find him, and then you have your directional mic, just trying to find him, and then you hear, "This is the end." They're like, "Oh my god!" It's like, "Oh my god!" And you're like, "Where is he? Where is he? Where is he?" And it's but if you want to actually skip that, all you have to do is, as soon as you go into battle, you save, then you quit the game, and then you leave it for a week, then you come back, and then you be greeted with a cutscene of Snake finding the End, dead. And really, you can look at the reaction. It was like, oh this sucks, I didn't want this to happen. And but the other way to actually do it is, if you don't have the patience to wait for a week, you can change the clock on your PS3 to a week and then go back into the game. And then after that cutscene has finished, you save the game, then you go back into your PS3 settings and change the clock back. There you go, there's a little gimmick for you. And but yeah, that is really, really cool for the use of time. And so we talk about the good things, have the special cutscene and things like that, and have trophies and get more in-game money and things like that. But what about the things that make you go like, oh my god, no, kind of thing? And so if you're in a simulator kind of game, it'd be like, if you run a restaurant, for example, and you leave your restaurant open, and you make sure you had enough food for your customers, or you decided to close your restaurant, and you go away from the game for a while, then you come back and you say either all your food is gone and you get really bad ratings, or your food goes bad, and it takes a very long time to build all that up again. Or and also if you're doing, looking after plants, if you run a plant shop, or you run a florist, for example, you're playing a florist simulator kind of game, or but the list goes on, and really you actually get the picture. You really do get the picture. And one of the examples, the most recent examples of this is this game called Stay. Now it really does tell you what the gimmick is in the title of the game itself. So there's this character called Quinn who is lovely. I really like Quinn, and of course he ends up in this room, and there is only him and a computer with some other furniture, and then and then you start talking to him through the computer. And of course, you know as much as he does, and you get to know him, and you help each other, going through this game, which is absolutely amazing. It's a really good game, and I was stuck at a point that I had to leave the game for a few days. And then when I came back, Quinn was not very happy with me at all. You will be too if you were him. You will be so mad. He'll be so angry. And then it got to the point in the cutscene, there's the game says, no, we are not going to have this. You're going to have to restart the chapter again. And I'm like, oh, great. But the good thing about it is it actually goes back to the point that you were at the beginning of the chapter, which is great, absolutely fantastic. And you need to stay with Quinn as long as possible, and it does count for how long you've been away. So if you be away longer than you have been in the game, that actually does happen. And once you finish your first playthrough and you decide to go through your second playthrough, it is much easier because you know what you were doing this time round. And if you'd like to know more about it, I have got a link in the description. Physics, one of the natural forces of our world and the universe. It can have hilarious consequences, and some of them can be magically helpful. Sometimes they can be frustrating, some of them can be hilarious, some of them can be incredibly useful. And the following games have examples of that. Now, this is only a small list of games, so if you'd like to find out more about them, I have got a link in the description for all of the games I have mentioned, so you can find out more about them. And the examples of these games are Candy Crush series, especially Soda, Diamond Diaries, Battlefield, Call of Duty, Borderlands, Grand Theft Auto 5, and the latest game that has just been released is Red Dead Redemption 2. So if you like to see any of those examples, I do recommend that you go have a search on this platform to have a look at some examples of this magical force at work in gaming. There is a new standard in party games, and that is called Playlink. So all you need is a PlayStation 4. Yes, sadly it is only for the PlayStation 4. So you need the PlayStation 4 console, the PlayStation 4 controller, the game, and your smartphone or your iPad, and that's it. Brilliant, isn't it? So if you go and have some kind of party night, and you want to play this kind of thing, then you'll have some choices available to you. So if you want to have a murder mystery kind of party, then you'll choose a game called Hidden Agenda, which is really, really good. Now, if you were doing a quiz night kind of thing, I would say the game, it is so fun, is Knowledge is Power. Or if you want to have a more intimate, more personal quiz night, or have a little get together, you'll play That's You. And if you want to have a karaoke kind of party, which is really, really cool, then you'll use SingStar Celebration. Now, Now for those people who have played SingStar, you know you have to plug in your microphones into the PlayStation. You do not need to do that anymore. As all you need is your smartphone or your iPad, and you use it as your mic. And brilliant, isn't it? And then the party game to end all party games, which is Frantics. It's just I have all kinds of little mini games in there, and it's just absolutely it's just fun, so much fun. So if you'd like to know more about it, I've got it in the description below, and also you can do a search on in the search bar and look for Playlink. While Playlink uses your smartphone or your iPad as the controller, Nintendo has got their own version. Well, it's a completely different end of the scale, but you get what I mean in the moment. I am talking about the Nintendo Lambo, and it is absolutely fantastic. When I saw the trailer, for this new product, I was blown away about how simple it is. You know, you actually take cardboard and you make a device out of the cardboard, and you use your Switch to play the game. It is absolutely fantastic. So I would like to hear from you guys. What is your experience with this? And yeah, really looking forward to seeing your responses. So you are driving and you just mind your own business, going down the motorway or freeway at 150 k's an hour and you just mind your own business, and then all of a sudden you hear a siren, and you're like, oh shit moment. And of course, because you try to get away from the cops, or you're trying to do a race or whatever, and then to turn the corner sharply, you know, we all do this with our controllers. You know, we just lean. It's like, come on, turn, even though we know it doesn't help. Actually, the next bunch of games is actually about using the controller access points to make it work. Now, the first time I actually saw this was in that game company's second game called Flower. I love that game. I absolutely love it. It is so all you have to do is just to move the controller, you know, which way you want. You want to tilt that way, or back and forth, and then you just have to press any button to move, which is really awesome. That game car company actually does those sort of games which actually uses that technology, and I think it is absolutely the most simplistic form of gaming you can ever get. It is absolutely beautiful, and they have got a whole bunch of other games as well. I have included their website on the description below, so you can go and check them out. Another game company which actually uses this technology as well is Quantic Dreams. The company that actually made, you know, Heavy Rain, Beyond Two Souls, and Detroit Become Human. It is just absolutely brilliant. And really cool thing is it can actually detect your controller, which is really cool. And you will have to during the quick time events, you'll have to actually use the controller. You know, you have to go up or slam down or shake and things like that, which are really, really cool. It is so fun, and I do recommend you trying it, because it takes a different level in your gaming experience. There was a concept developed by Konami, which is absolutely brilliant, and really it is really gaming on the go. And their name for this concept is called Transference. Now, what will be happening is you'll be playing on your console, on the TV, and then you will have a good jamming session and everything like that. And then you have to go somewhere. So what you do is you actually save your game onto your portable device, kind of like a Switch kind of thing, and then you actually take that Switch-like device with you, and you can continue playing the game. You know, it has got the full game in there. You know, there's a kind of like all your saves, or there is no bits missing, and you just continue playing the game as you go. And then when you come back home, all you have to do is just dock the portable device, like a Switch kind of thing, into its docking station, and then load it onto your console, and then you can actually continue play. And I think it is absolutely fantastic, and it is really, really good, especially when you're up to a point in the game, they're like, oh, I want to know what happens, or oh, I was so close of finishing this part, or you're in the heat of battle, and I'm like, oh, but I do not want to really restart that again. Oh no. And you just can't wait. Then you just go ahead and play it, which is cool. It is for me. I should commute every day on public transport, and I see that other gamers actually have, you know, the PlayStation Vistas and Portable and Switch and the Nintendo 3DS, you know, on hand when they're playing. And to me personally, that is a very bad idea. Well, for me, it's a very bad idea, because if I were to take a gaming device like that with me, I will be doing nothing else, you know. Absolutely nothing else. Nothing will get done.
And there was my list. If you enjoy this video, please consider sharing it, leaving a like, and subscribe, and click on the bell to be part of the notification squad. This is Bex from Gamer Bex Unlimited, and I'll see you in the next video.